patreon.com/probablywrong, you guys get 150 extra bonus episodes from our old podcast, formerly known as Triple F Podcast. Go over there. We also have
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Take a breath, dog. It's okay.
But I got to get it all out. And then we also have a link below, and we're giving out free stickers for the first couple of months. And if you sign up, there's a thing over there. We're going to get your email, and that also will be a thing that we send you emails when we are in your city. And that's the only time we'll send you emails is if we are in your city doing stand-up. So you can go get a free sticker in the link below the Patreon, and the sticker giveaway are below. There you go. All right, welcome back to the Probably Wrong Podcast.
Probably Wrong Podcast. We can cut the beginning part, right?
The only podcast where if you are wrong, you get timed out for 30 seconds. That's a fun.
I think it should be compounding. I think if it's 30 seconds, it should go to a minute. I think it should be a real punishment. Because 30 seconds is just like
30 seconds could be a long time.
30 seconds is like, you know what I mean?
Who are you, Dave Ramsey? Do you know Dave Ramsey?
I think so.
You kind of look like Dave Ramsey.
Oh, he's the finance guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, he just also wears glasses.
Wait, we need to
is
clap.
also bald and also has
1, 2, 3.
Also has facial hair. So
okay. I get Walter White on my clips a lot.
Yeah.
Which is like, all right.
Paul Giamatti is the one people always say to me about.
You know what people have given me? Given me.
Okay.
People have been giving me
what?
Young Donald Trump, and I do not.
You look like
it.
Young DT. Can we pull up Young DT real quick? I don't know if I have seen that. He did used to have like red hair.
He still kind of does. I would describe him as strawberry blonde.
Oh, I mean, dude, look at the. Wait. There was a picture back.
Yeah, it's a back right, top right. Yeah, that one.
Dude, wait, that's not him though. Is that him? He wasn't. He never served.
That's his military academy. He went to like a military academy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I don't
because
think
I thought the whole thing was he was
military.
like a draft. He like dodged.
Yeah, he wasn't in there. He did like some type of like.
That's liberal propaganda.
I gotta tell you this much, dude. I would dodge the draft fucking as soon as they even were like, we might be interested in you. I'd be like, I have flat feet and ADHD. I used to shoot heroin.
Nice. That's a good one.
You're supposed to do all of that after you serve.
I wish they still did. I wish they still did the whole don't ask, don't tell thing. Cause I'd immediately just be like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
I'm gay. I'm super gay.
But
can't go.
But that doesn't mean you can't go. It just means that there's like they're not allowed to ask you that.
No, it means they weren't allowing gay guys in the military, and it was basically like if you are, don't say anything, so we don't have to kick you out.
We're not required to disclose, and nobody could ask. Yeah.
I don't think they would kick you out if you were gay.
Well, not the way I do it.
Well, wait, but there's this answer shows that before 1993 there were people being banned from serving in the military for being homosexual.
They were so lucky.
That is
being
kind of
gay
like
obviously
that's pretty rough discrimination if you really want to serve your country, but it's also like a pretty sick way to not have to go to war.
Also, what's the Venn diagram of dudes who are gay who were also like, I gotta serve?
All of the Navy.
Seaman.
Clip it.
Yeah,
God, welcome back to the Probably Wrong Podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of gay, Brandon, can you load up the picture that I sent you the other day? Before
Oh no.
Oh my
This
God.
is a guy. So I looked up the sex offender registry near my place here in Texas. And then for funsies, I was looking up my address in Florida. And I was like, which one's worse? Which one will have more dots on the map?
I would guess Florida for some reason.
It does. And then I randomly clicked on one of the dots and found old Dwight Faggot.
Yo, that's
it's
like
French. It's Fagot.
yeah.
Okay.
You know when they say like if you name a kid like a powerful name, he'll grow up to be a powerful person.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a
Well,
name.
Dwight Faggot had no chance of not
What's
being
very
a sexual
funny
predator.
is I looked this up. While I was pretty drunk. It was when I was during the roast battle.
Yeah.
I was
you were a little sauced up.
I was a
that
little
night.
banged up. I went home and just saw a TikTok talking about the sex offender registry, and then I saw Dwight Faggot, and then for the rest of the night, I was walking around my apartment because in my head I'm like, yeah, if you're born that, you become that. Like if that's your name, you're gonna be on the registry just because you can't say your name out loud in front of kids. And then I was walking around my house just doing 007 as Dwight Faggot. I was just like, right, her name's Faggot. Dwight Faggot. I was just cooking eggs like, Dwight Faggot.
That's
What's it to
crazy.
you?
Isn't that awesome?
Instead of fucking the wife and like seducing the mistress, he's fucking the
seduces
kid.
the kid.
He's seducing the children.
Now
He's
pull
like,
up,
you're gonna tell me where the treasure's at.
find your dad's files.
They're taking him to jail. He breaks out of the handcuffs with a little paper clip.
It's like
Gets
he's doing Kool-Aid shaken, not stirred.
That would be rough, dude. I really think that would make a difference in your life.
Yeah.
Because this guy, not that this would cause pedophilia for the record.
No, of course
but
not.
this guy spent his entire life being bullied. There's no way that
And he's like, I
he
gotta
was
get back
cool.
at these kids somehow.
Do you know how cool?
I mean, we're bullying him right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, his face is literally.
Can we get a closer zoom in
These
on
are
his
public
face?
record.
Dude, look, he's kind of looks like Paul Rudd.
Also, why is he smirking like that?
He's like, I did that shit. He goes,
What
yeah, I
the
fucked
fuck
the shit
is
out of those
that,
kids.
dude? That's crazy.
Because they put him in central booking, and he was like, the faggot's back.
The rumors are true.
Yeah, because I see every once in a
He's
while
just
you
happy
see.
to be there.
You see
Could you
like,
imagine all the inmates' ears perking up when they're like, new inmate coming through, faggot? And they're all like,
what?
wait, what? What is it, Christmas?
Yeah. No, they wouldn't. They're like, oh, what is he gonna like it? Mm.
Yeah. I don't want that. No power dynamic then.
That's so funny too. And Dwight is also just as bad of a
Dwight
name.
yeah, you might as well. Yeah, that is.
I mean, it's not even like they gave him a normal first name either.
Yeah.
They really fucked him up both ways.
What do you think his middle name is? Flaming?
Dwight the.
Dwight
Duh.
Dwight yeah.
That's
he's
his rapper name.
He's Dwight the faggot.
Dwight
Dwight the Faggot Jr.
I wonder if that's how you say. I bet it's like fagot or something like that. But
Now when you get booked for diddling.
no, I bet you don't. Not when you get booked for that.
We dropped the soft
Hey,
O's.
forgot about it.
Forgot about it.
He's like, oh,
Real life examples. I love these videos, by the way. I like the way they say it. Okay, well, this isn't.
Is that him? Is that Dwight?
Oh, what are we doing? What are we
What
doing?
is this?
What are we doing? Why is it a TED Talk?
I thought I was going to be able to say the last name. That's what I
Yeah, I guess that's probably
that's
not
great.
that. How do you pronounce?
Why are there so many TED Talks about the F slur?
Yeah. Why are you? Yeah.
Oh, here's this guy. He's the football player.
We are looking at how to pronounce these names, and so to say more interesting names from the NFL that too many mispronounce. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel. Diego Fago.
Fago. I
Fago.
told you. I told you it's Fago.
I believed you.
It's just not fun that way.
It's just not fun to imagine.
I just
his
ruined the
name's
bit by
Dwight
being like,
Fago.
guys, it's actually pronounced Fago. So
Yeah, great improv partner.
I don't think. Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
Yes, and.
actually, yes, and you're wrong. It's pronounced Fago. That was crazy, by the way.
That whole
that whole
segue.
video
That whole
was so
segue.
funny.
I mean,
Also,
if you're-
it's funny the guy who made the video of how to pronounce things can hardly speak English.
yeah.
Today we're going to talk about how to pronounce NFL.
If you are being bullied and people calling you faggot, you can send them this video.
is Fago.
He also had 1.5 million subscribers.
That's crazy.
Nuts, dude. I'm gonna make a video.
It's a bunch of people who talk like him, probably. I didn't get the socks and slides memo. Dude, your socks have a hole in them. That's crazy, dude. I already Listen, I understand podcasting isn't some highbrow thing. Like, I'm not going to be like, you guys are wearing socks and sandals and I'm wearing tennis shoes. I don't give a fuck. That's, to have your to put on a pair of socks and have your toes out is crazy. Jeff can't not have his toes out at
Jeff's
some
a little
point.
slut for his toes.
You
dude.
really are, man.
I was getting a bunch of DMs today about how I should go on a kink website or a fetish website.
That's what happens when you have a specific
life.
enough look.
Yeah. Well, I
What were they asking you to do?
I asked my followers if I should start a fart-based OnlyFans, and a lot of people said yes. And then some girl DM'd me and was like, I do adult content. You should do this. Get on, promote it on Twitter and FetLife. And I was like, I was like, hairy guys farting. She was like, oh yeah, you'll make money. I was like, all right, I'll do this.
Yeah.
What about do you guys know what scat porn is?
Yep.
Well, yeah. It's
Yeah, of course.
shit.
Yeah, so there was a thing
that-
that happened on. There's a thing that happened. this is a couple months ago on RuneScape's Reddit. I follow the RuneScape Reddit, and some guy made a post being like, "Hey guys, I'm new to the game. Whatever. I'm just looking for advice on how to like train this level, whatever, this skill." And then people were like, "Do not go to this guy's profile." And then I click on the guy's profile, and he's a scat content creator.
No.
He's got an NSF or SNSFW, whatever, not safe for work content. And if you go to his first thing was he made a pie and shit on it. The video, it went from he posted 2 hours earlier like, here's me shitting on this pie, to then being like, guys, I need to train my fire making in RuneScape. I don't know how to begin.
I guess like everybody's got hobbies. I don't know which one of those is the hobby. It seems like they're both hobbies.
I think if you're doing scat, you're doing it for the love of the game.
I was
Can't be
looking
making
for
money.
interesting things for this podcast, which led me to the diaper subreddit. And the pictures I found on there are, I wouldn't even
Atrocious.
send them to Brandon
to
to pull them up. They're not.
I follow somebody on Instagram and I got added to their close friends randomly, and it's like pictures of them in diapers.
Oh, this is
Whoa.
diapers filled with shit with like a guy's dick and balls covered in shit.
Okay, well, yeah, that's
Brandon, can
not.
you pull that up?
That's not what this close friend story is. It's still weird, but it's not that.
I don't even understand the fetish.
I don't get.
I
well,
just shit all over my
I
balls.
mean, it's definitely like childhood trauma for sure.
It's deep rooted childhood trauma
shit
where
all
they
over your balls, and you're like, yeah, you like
they
that.
want to be taken care of by somebody.
Well,
They want to be cleaned up and
that's-
all of that. But I don't get how that links to a sexual any sexual gratification. But also people are into stuff that
That's
I'm not
the
into.
thing where people say don't kink shame, but it's like we should a little.
I had a weird
little.
weird thing as a kid. My first like, all right, whew, okay. My first like kind of sexual awakening was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. They released the original Star Wars movies on VHS. Like they remastered them or whatever. And I got them for my birthday. I got like the box set. And seeing Jabba the Hutt with like, what's her name on the leash in her like bikini, that did something for me. And then there was just something about like, I wanted to see him eat her. I don't know why that did it for me. I was like, I want to see a gross monster eat a hot lady.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I could see how this would awaken you.
Cause dude, she's got like a dog leash around her, and
But
she's hot as hell in that.
your specific fantasy for this was
I
you
wanted to
see
that lady go down that mouth.
That's so funny.
While that
Yo.
weird guy with like tit penis on his head watched.
Where's tit penis?
Tit
This
penis
guy,
is right
top
there.
right. That's tit penis guy right there.
I can't make a face or a head out of that.
I see it.
I don't.
To be
Look
fair,
how hot she was.
Oh, I see it now.
to be fair, yeah.
Smoking hot. I get
Ridiculously
that,
hot.
but
You want to see her in a predicament.
the specific, yeah.
I
You don't
wanted
want
to
her to
see.
enjoy-
I wanted to see him eat her.
Like eat, like fit, like devour.
Yes.
Not
like
like-
slurp
yeah.
her down.
Dude, this came out when I
Not
was like
cunnilingus.
9 or even younger. Like I didn't even know about pussy eating. I just wanted to see a hot
Woman
lady
eating. You just
eat.
wanted
Yeah.
cannibalism.
You were just
Yeah.
getting there. Your brain was just making the links of like that mouth and that woman somehow need to be combined in
Yes.
some way. That's interesting. I don't have any super specific memories of like a thing like that made me like, whoa.
I think.
No?
American Pie, the movie.
Yeah, but that's meant to be hot.
Yeah, it's like you see
it's
some
hot
boobs
ladies,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
That's meant to be hot.
Obviously, the classic scene where he fucks the pie. That wasn't really sexual for me. It was more just funny. But
I used to beat my meat to the character select screen of I believe it was Unreal Championship for the Xbox. There were some
Dude,
hot ladies on that.
what a really deep cut.
It was a good game. It was a very good game. First game I played online.
This is what this is it.
Yeah, just their faces.
Whoa.
dude.
That
Yeah.
really does speak to the intense horniness that young men feel.
Yeah.
To just
'Cause
beat
then-
Look
off
at
to
Brock looking at you, dude. You get post nut clarity. You have to look at Brock.
Yeah.
He knows
Yeah.
too. He's
yeah,
like, yeah.
look at that face. He knows.
He
He's
went-
like, yeah.
Yeah,
That
you
and,
got done. You just got done.
Dead or Alive.
That's why
You
you
ever
like.
play the Dead or Alive fighting games? There was some dude. Look up Dead or Alive Xbox 360.
That's why you like getting watched while you jerk off now because of Brock.
I don't like getting watched while I jerk off. Yeah, dude, you can't tell me you weren't.
This is
cracking one
crazy.
off.
I don't
That
like.
looks like anime porn now. Like
Dead or
that
Alive 4
looks
is
like
the one that I had.
there. I promise you, there's a video of one of these girls getting gangbanged by an octopus somewhere.
100%. That's rule. That's
It's
rule
always-
34.
It's weird when you see.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Rule
Yeah.
34 is the unofficial rule of the internet. That's like, if it exists, there is porn of it.
Yeah,
You could probably watch Jabba the Hutt eat that lady.
Yeah, you probably could, dude.
probably could.
I could probably make 8-year-old Jeffrey's dreams come true.
Honestly, I every once in a while when I'm scrolling through porn, it'll just be like, what is the thing with like Lois from Family Guy getting gangbanged?
That's the scene, dude. Scroll up a little bit.
that's the
Scroll up.
moment.
No, scroll up a little bit. Up a little bit to the left, right there. He like licks her face.
And that got you going, all that green.
Dude, 1
Yeah.
second. Here's the thing. You just unlocked something in me too.
Yeah.
Because I remember The Hills of Eyes. There's a scene where they get a hold of one of the hot ladies and they lick their face too, and I went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. It's something about like he's such a gross creature
Yeah.
and he's licking her face. I don't know what that is.
That's so. That's
yeah, that.
weird.
Yeah.
I never saw The Hills Have Eyes. Maybe I just didn't
Me
watch
neither.
enough
It's like when
movies.
it's like he's getting a hand on her face, and you're like, "Oh no."
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I used to
Weird.
go to sleep at night
2006?
fantasizing about
11?
licking my crush's face. I thought that did something to them.
I mean, it does something to them.
Yeah, but I thought it was like I thought that was like a base almost. Like
Yeah.
make out, finger,
You know what I
lick
think
face.
this is? It's voyeur. I think it's voyeurism. It's like you want to be you want to be watching it, and you're like,
Oh no, I wanted to lick face.
Well, I was talking about the movie thing,
Yeah, maybe.
but you were talking about you just want to lick a face.
I wanted to lick some faces.
Weird.
You
Which
guys
would be
don't
such
have any
a-
sort of thing of like being watched in any way.
No.
No.
I actually think that would give me performance anxiety.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would-
agree.
I mean, dude, the amount of Bang Bus videos I've watched where they have some random guy and he's in the back and it's like the hottest woman he'll ever be able to touch physically,
Mhm.
and he just like can't.
Vitali famously couldn't get hard on the Bang Bus, and now
Oh,
he's
right.
catching pedos.
He just like can't get.
He
you
caught
just
Dwight
can't get
Faggot.
hard. Yeah, that's a really funny thing that's happening right now. Is like it'll just be like Vitali in French Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there was one of him and Akon was just singing, "You're about to get locked up," like to a pedophile while he's getting arrested in a park.
Dude, they
French Montana's funny because he doesn't do anything other than just be like, huh?
It is.
Vitaly had Ryan Garcia on, the boxer.
Yeah.
And Ryan
Is
Garcia
that what Ryan
This
Garcia
one doesn't
does?
seem like a punishment. This one's just like,
No,
you get a
he-
private concert
no.
from Akon.
He gets arrested at the end of it for
Oh.
sure. He's like there, like
He
he's like
seems to be enjoying
it,
himself.
and then he's like,
Is this going to show up in the video of the pod?
Yeah, it can.
Okay. 'Cause reacting to so much stuff without it being there is a problem.
"No, you're literally getting locked up," and he goes, "No."
Yeah, they had Ryan Garcia on, and Vitaly had Ryan Garcia on, who's a fucking professional boxer
and
brain dead.
fucking psychopath.
And they're like, Vitaly was like, "Can you beat him up?" And he goes, "Yeah, 30 seconds, I'll kill him." And it was like, "Yo, dude,
Yo,
don't
chill.
have him."
Ryan Garcia, like every week, is basically like trans people should die or something crazy that on the internet, and then he'll be like, "Sorry, I'm crazy. I have to go to rehab," and then he'll come back out and be like, "Gay guys."
He did a celebrity poker game and Jimmy Butler was there and Jimmy Butler does not like him.
Yeah, he's awful.
He just
seems
like
the
well,
worst
he's on
guy.
a lot of coke. So he's just like
Yeah.
chirping the whole time. You can just see Jimmy Butler like I hate this fucking
I
guy.
just don't understand. I mean, I understand from a content point of view where this would be good content, but it's also like it's such a
Dangerous, dude.
weird, noble thing to do, but also not. It's like it's exactly like the people who give money and food to homeless people and film it, where it's like it doesn't take away the fact that those homeless people are getting money or food from it. doesn't take away the fact that somebody who would have the intention of hooking up with a minor,
It makes it less virtuous.
but it's like when you're dressed up in like a Native American headdress with Akon and you brought a boombox so he can sing to him, it does take away like the goodness that you're doing in the world.
It also kind of takes away the severity of the crime. It's like, this guy was going to fuck a kid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and but right before that, he got Akon to sing to him. That's not fair.
It also sucks that like that's where fentanyl is in this country, where like all of our law enforcement resources are going towards like the war on drugs, that we have to rely on content creators to stop pedophilia.
Yeah. Chris Hansen bowed out of the game, and then all of the TikTokers were like, well, it's our turn to catch the pedophiles.
That one dude, you remember that dude that we met out here that did the game show, the Newlyped? He's like a content creator, but he was in Austin when we came out here. Redheaded kid, the Newlyped game.
Yeah,
and he would just be like, "You're on the Newlyped game," and then it turns into Jeopardy. And if you get the answers right, he doesn't call the cops.
I mean, he still does.
He still calls the cops.
But
It's so
that's
funny.
crazy. Yeah, that's the guy who does the Osama bin Laden rookie
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
He's very fun.
Yeah.
Like, his content's hilarious. But
The guy with the glasses?
Yeah,
And the ponytail?
Yes.
I don't think he has a ponytail.
Yeah.
That guy.
That guy. Yeah.
But
You're on the Newlyped game.
he
It's so
meets
funny.
he catches pedophiles, and then he gives them trivia in like the parking lot of a Randall's, and he gives them the chance to, and then he obviously still calls the cops. But I wonder how the cops feel when they show up
To a
and there's
game
like
show set?
there's like cameras and like a guy with a microphone, and he's like, this guy was gonna do serious stuff to a kid, and he's like, well, but what are you doing?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
this
yeah.
is also alarming
Were you
behavior,
gonna
by the
film
way.
it?
Yeah.
What are you-
What are you doing here? He's like, oh, I was impersonating a minor on the internet.
Yeah.
Because that's how you catch them.
I do love watching that. There's one where this guy is like, no, I knew this was gonna happen, and
Yeah.
so actually I'm here to raise awareness to you guys, because like what you're doing is dangerous. Like, you don't know who you could meet up with. Like, anybody can pretend to be somebody on the internet, and like if you meet up with somebody who's gonna have sex with a minor, that could be a dangerous person. So that's why I'm here.
I wasn't here to have
And I'm
sex with
like-
a kid. If you have a kid, I'll have sex with it. But that's
But
not
yeah.
what I was here to do.
It was a great. It's like I actually like the angle this guy's taking.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
It's a good move.
It's an Uno reverse card.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I wasn't actually gonna do that. I was here to catch you catching me.
What they need to do, the pedophiles need to have a camera crew with them too.
Just
Yeah.
two camera
So
crews
then it's
show
two
up.
it's two camera crews. It's the ultimate.
They
it's
bring
like,
a celebrity guest. They're like, this is R. Kelly.
Yeah.
They start,
R. Kelly,
yeah.
Akon meet up in the park while yeah.
And then just the best concert ever breaks
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And everyone's like, what were we even fighting about?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
This is great.
They got me locked up.
What a collab. Yeah.
Dude, you get to hear Locked Up and then the remix to Ignition back to back.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I enjoy that. I would enjoy that.
Dude, R. Kelly's great.
His music is good.
Yeah.
Okay. We just gotta be, you know,
very clear.
You know, it is weird. I know this is a trope that has been done in stand up and off stage as well. But the like look, we like if somebody is like talking about Michael Jackson, everybody's like the king of pop, greatest to ever do it. But I've watched people sing R. Kelly at like karaoke and get booed off stage.
Damn, that's a gay karaoke bar, dude.
Well, it was cutthroat karaoke, which is
Oh.
you can do if the crowd enough of the crowd holds up scissors, you get cut off stage. And Laser did remix to Ignition and got cut off stage because people were like, not R. Kelly, but like nobody's gonna do that.
So
if
it
you
was a
sing.
gay bar.
Well, that was more of a woman accent, but yeah.
Okay, well,
It's just like that's just like the general vibe of the person, I think, who would be like not remixed to Ignition. It's not really gay or woman. It's just kind of like, I have a problem with that because I'm supposed to.
my wife has footage of me singing Stick Talk by Future in a gay bar. Blackout drunk.
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
know I
good.
talk that stick talk. It sounds like you're rapping about.
I'm about
Penises.
to fuck this cash up on a new toy. I'm in a gay bar. Then the camera pans over to a gay guy being like, I was
Crazy. That's
ripping
a
it,
good
dude.
video.
I was ripping it. I should try to find that.
I have an opinion, and I want you guys to tell me if it's probably wrong.
Okay.
Get ready for that mic cut.
Well, and my mic might get cut, but I stand by it. So it's hot here, and I was playing golf the other day, and somebody was like, it's 95 degrees. I was like, fuck, that's hot. And they were like, but it feels like 100. And I was like, oh, so it's 100 degrees. And they were like, well, no, it's 95 degrees, but it feels like 100. And I was like, meteorology is fake if that's a real thing. Why would it not just be 100 degrees?
It's the heat
If
index.
it's 100 degrees, explain what that means.
It has to do with like humidity and like it has to do with like
If the
amount of
humidity makes it
precipitation.
feel like it's 100, then it's 100 degrees.
I agree with
that.
this.
Would be like, what's this AC set on? 69. So if it's 69, nice. If it's
Hell yeah.
69 degrees in here, but it's 95 degrees outside, if it's like, oh, but it feels like 69 in here, like, where does it stop? It's like, because then somebody was like, but it's windy. What if it's wind? The wind makes it feel less. It's like, well, then it's less.
Yeah, less like, but it could still be if it's 95 degrees with no wind.
It's variables.
Well, then it's 95 degrees. It can be different temperatures, different places.
I know, but if there's wind outside, the degrees, like how much the sun's hitting, is the same. But wind will make it feel better outside.
Yes.
But
You-
it's still 95 degrees.
95 degrees is
Prove
the
it.
No, 95 degrees is the baseline, and then you introduce variables.
Brandon, can you look up
Like-
heat index?
But so
I get what you're saying.
I'm down to
what
time
I'm
him out.
saying,
He's pissing
what
me
no,
off.
listen, what I'm saying is if in North Austin it's 95 degrees but it's windy and it feels like 92. In North Austin it's 92 degrees. If downtown there's no wind and it's
No, 'cause if
95
you
degrees and it feels like 95 degrees, it's 95 degrees.
But it would feel hotter or colder depending on which one had more or less wind. But if you pulled a fucking thermometer out, they would say the same.
But is it not how we experience it? Does that not
That's
matter
the
to
difference
this
between
motherfucker?
real temperature and heat index, you motherfucker.
I think the real temperature is whatever it feels like.
Heat index is an index that combines air temperature and relative humidity in shaded areas.
Under the tree it's 92 degrees. Outside of the tree it's 95 degrees. I don't get it.
No, it feels like that. Your thermometer isn't going to change because you walk under a tree.
If I said I could lift 400 pounds, but you were like, but it only feels like 300.
Time this motherfucker.
and also don't pander to me. You look
Yeah,
right at me.
don't go like lifting to try to time him out.
Fuck this, dude.
Mute
This
him
is
up.
bullshit. No, wait. It's not. You guys have
Don't
not.
try to bargain.
No,
it's 30
no,
seconds.
because he hasn't voted in yet. Only
vote
one
mute him.
person. It can't be one versus one
He can't
versus
veto.
one.
First of all, mute
It's-
Jeff now because he can't veto anybody.
No.
It's got to be a unanimous decision that somebody
think
gets
I-
muted.
The issue is
He's pandering to you, by the way.
I get both sides though, because it's like that thing where it's like, well, if it feels like it, then
It is that.
that is. I agree, but I also understand what you're saying.
Right.
What'd you go to meteorology school?
I
No.
By the way, I just contributed nothing.
Yeah. You were like, I get it.
I did just send Brandon the video of me rapping Stick Talk in a gay bar. So
You
we could pull-
really want. You've brought it up so many times. Can we?
Well, I
just
finally
watch it?
found the video. I also have hair in this video.
That's crazy.
Look
I forget
good.
when I met Jeff, he had hair.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean it was going.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
You were on your last. You were on your last hurrah.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
When I met you, you had no mustache.
Yeah. Okay. Can we, if we agree that this is bad when we watch it, can
Yeah,
we mute
mute
him?
Yeah, we
Okay.
mute him.
You get muted for heat index.
No, because it's got to be
I
two
can do a
versus
solo
one,
pod
dude.
for a minute. I'll do a solo.
It's
pod
got to
for a
be
minute.
2v1. This looks like a place where we would perform comedy.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Are you sure it's not an open mic?
It looks like a comedy club.
I'm ripping, dude. Look at the gay guys.
Well, the one
Oh.
black guy in the video was having a decent time.
He wanted to have sex with me.
I bet. Did he tell you that?
No, but on the way to the bathroom, he was like, "That was amazing," and then he tried to get my number. So yeah, kind of.
I was on the in that girl. He is going pretty hard.
Yeah. So pretty good,
I don't think we should mute him for it,
right?
but
I was ripping that, dude.
that does look like a place where they'd have an open mic.
It does.
yeah, that's in downtown Savannah, Georgia.
Oh,
I'll put a little
literally-
Georgia.
Literally just there.
Georgia.
What was he doing in Savannah, Georgia?
Chilling.
Probably at that
Take-
same bar.
Taking time away.
He was probably at that same bar.
I did not go to any gay bars. I don't go to as many gay bars as my act would make it seem.
I think your life makes it seem like you go to a lot of gay bars.
'Cause I'm gay.
Yep.
Got him, dude.
Mute him.
Nope. You can't prove that I'm wrong on this.
Yeah, I can. I'm not gay. I don't
want to
like
have to edit anything else out. Let's keep the conversation.
Pull Dwight Faggot back up.
yeah. Let's get Dwight Faggot back up.
Let's have him call in.
Yeah.
First time listener.
He's like, hey,
First
guys.
time caller, long time
Dwight
listener.
here. First time, long time.
What if he did listen?
That would be a problem, I think.
Could we just have a huge
He'd be
pedophile
so
listenership?
he'd be so upset. He'd be like, I found this one podcast. They'll never find me.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
we
you,
did.
You got to imagine living a life as a registered sex offender. You find the things that you like that aren't kids, and you have to rely on them pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And one of them is this podcast, and you're really excited about the rebrand. That
You
they're
know what
going through.
what this made me think of though was like, because there are a lot of dots when you go to that registry. It's more than you'd think. You've probably done stand up to like hundreds of sex offenders.
Yeah. You don't think the Bruise Room open mic was filled with sex offenders? 100%.
But like, if you look at it, dude, like anytime we do like a fucking hyenas or some shit, there's 300 people in there. Like, dude, you're helping someone out there.
Imagine
Like you've made a pedophile laugh before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's happened. You've brought enjoyment to their lives.
yeah, but
you've
I didn't
done
know. I didn't know. So have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about
I
it.
guess, yeah. Not everybody who's on the sex offender registry. There are things like, I remember a big fear of mine.
There's a lot of assault, and they look like they were the ones that were assaulted.
Of course. There's a lot, but I remember a fear that I had growing up, being younger, like peeing in public.
Yeah.
Or like having sex in like a car.
Yeah. With
You
like a child.
Yeah, like it's like it's extra scary. Like if you have sex in a car with a kid,
Yeah.
like, you can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
on the list.
That's why they do the vans.
Or
you
if
can't
you're like,
see in.
if you like are like peeing outside, like at a park,
Is that why they do
and
the
like
vans?
you're peeing into a kid's mouth.
Yeah, and there's no windows.
It's just so you don't get double tapped. They're like,
Yeah,
If
but
I
there
got
are
caught-
ways to get it without actually being like what we would consider a sex offender.
If I got caught peeing outside and I had to get on the registry and do the like door-to-door shit where I was like,
I don't
I'm
think
on
they-
the registry, whatever, nobody's looking at me and being like, sure, buddy.
That's a good.
You
yeah,
were
if you have to
peeing
go,
outside.
but no, but this is what actually happened. Everybody's gonna go and
Uh-huh.
shut the door, dude.
Yeah.
If this face shows up to your house and you're like, I'm on the registry, it was for peeing, they're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, peeing
peeing in a
on a
kid's
child.
butt.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
a child.
peeing
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a
Peeing on
fucking
what, a
kid's
kid's
butt.
butt, dude.
Yeah,
It's-
that is. Do they actually make them do like the door to door shit? Is that a real thing?
I think so.
I think we looked this up before.
Have
I
we?
don't-
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think
we did
so.
like not that long ago, and I don't think it's like I don't think most of them do.
No, but
Sometimes-
letters get sent out.
Mhm.
You have to alert your neighbors, but usually I think the city
God,
sends out
getting an
letters.
apartment would be
a
so
nightmare.
hard.
Yeah, you have to find a cosigner, and then like the
Yeah.
apartment also has to be like,
It's fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
You can't use the pool.
yeah.
It's like yes, but you're not allowed. Yeah, you're not allowed to be at the pool.
Did I ever tell you? Because the apartment that we lived in San Diego, a guy got shot in the parking lot, and because we didn't we didn't tell our apartment complex that we had dogs, and it was never an issue. And then one day, a guy got shot in our parking lot, and then somebody called in. This is crazy. A guy got shot in the parking lot, died, fully dead, and then the police got called, obviously, and then our dogs were freaking out because there was a gunshot and somebody died, and then the cops came up to us and issued us a citation for noise complaint.
Are you guys not busy enough?
Dude, they stepped over a dead body and they went, hey, shut those fucking dogs up,
They
dude.
gave you.
I got a ticket, and then the apartment complex gave me like a $700 fine.
They gave you a ticket for your dogs barking.
Yeah, they gave me a ticket for the dogs barking, and
This
I got,
guy's death was a real inconvenience.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
it was crazy.
That pisses me off.
It was nuts.
Now
and then
the apartment finding you, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yes, I agree.
But the police being like your dogs are barking,
yeah,
it's like there's a guy
there's
dead.
a guy dead. Also, it was also it was like 2 a.m. But still, it's like
There was a gunshot.
yeah, there was a gun. That apartment complex also did that bullshit where did I tell you when I got that phone call I got a phone call last summer.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You
yeah.
owe us $1,900." I was like, "Suck my
Oh,
dick."
that's
I
the
do.
same
Yeah.
place.
Same place.
I was very.
They
I was
still try
coaching
calling.
you through the don't ever pay it.
Yeah, well, they still try calling.
Never
me,
pay
and
collections.
it hasn't affected my credit at all.
I knew it wouldn't. I told you it wouldn't.
Yeah, not at all.
That's my financial advice. Never pay debts.
You
What
have
are
to
they
pay
gonna do?
some
Not let me
of
live
them.
in Claremont
You have
anymore?
to pay back loans. You have to
Yeah.
pay back loans. If you
Credit
take out
cards.
money, if you get a car loan or a mortgage or whatever, you
Credit
have to
card.
pay that back. Credit card. That's all loans.
But medical bill.
Fuck them.
Nope.
Fuck them.
Never.
Don't ever pay it back.
Yeah.
Never.
I
Let
agree.
it go to have fun.
I
Brandon,
had
pull
to-
this up.
I
You're-
had to,
you're gonna get
I had
muted.
to go to
I'm just
the
kidding, you don't have to.
hospital during the pandemic because I threw my back out skateboarding. One of my mini identity crisis that I went through.
very, very, very cool to do that as like a 28-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I was like, I think I might have been 27 at the time, and I threw my back out, bending over to pick my skateboard
One of
up.
the
I've told you
yeah,
guys
is this
this
when you ended up
story,
in a
right?
ditch, right?
Yeah, the
one
skate
of
parks
the
were
few
closed.
sports where it's not good to be built like Shrek.
Yeah, this is not one of the ones that you want to do if you're built like me and have a bad back. And then, yeah, we weren't at an actual skate park. We were in a drainage ditch on the side of the highway. I couldn't stand up or walk on my own. They had to call the ambulance. They had to shut down a lane of I-95 to come get me. Like, it was a whole thing. Like 6 guys, 6 EMTs had to carry me on a stretcher over the side railing of the highway. I had to spend the night in the fucking hospital because I couldn't physically get myself out, and they wouldn't allow visitors in to come help me because it was COVID. So I had a bunch of bills from that, and I paid the first couple because when they would come in, it was like $100 for an X-ray, $90 for the, and then as soon as I got one that was $400, I was like, oh, this is not getting paid, and nothing's ever happened. I still have like a 700 something.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
credit score.
Make you? Re-slip your disc?
Yeah.
They went.
Yeah.
They hire a chiropractor to fuck you up.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't pay when I got my cancer removed. Never paid it.
So dramatic. You have cancer or whatever.
It got removed.
No, I know.
That's what it was. It was skin
I
cancer,
know.
and I never paid it.
That's kind of like stealing valor a little.
What?
Well, out of context, it'd be like when I got my cancer removed. We already all know the context. But if this was like a public setting and you were like, yeah, that time I had like that cancer and they removed it, it would be a little bit of stolen valor.
Like Captain had like leukemia.
Yeah, Captain Wright had leukemia. Do you think you're the same as him?
Dramatic.
Yeah, I mean a little dramatic. Is that why he
Who-
looks like that?
Like pale.
No, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just making a joke.
A
Okay,
guy
I
who
think-
already thinks you don't like him.
I've told him I like him.
I
don't
know. I
what else
like
to
Kevin's
do. I
great. His
like
prank phone
Captain.
call show was I bombed so hard in the prank phone call show.
I actually
Josh
just-
is too nice for prank phone calls.
I was like,
Dude,
I just
Josh
got my,
did a prank phone call on a car dealership, and the guy put him on hold, and Captain and I were like, you got to start doing something silly, or you're about to buy a truck.
I almost got talked into buying a car. I was like, my whole bit was like I was like, this was the premise for my phone call. I went, what if I just lie about a car that's not on the website? I was like, yeah, I'm looking for, I can't even remember. I tried to make up a stupid name, like a Dodge Domingo. And then the guy was like, oh, you're talking about the Durango? Yeah, I got the blue color right here. I got it. And then I just was like, yeah.
He was just
I
like
just started
being
panicking.
Dude, well, I told Captain, I was like, it's not that I don't want to. I don't have it in me to do pranks. I'm the same way. If somebody else, even like Josh does this bit when we're at bars, which is it's such a stupid bit, where he'll just like introduce himself by like his like George, like just a different name.
Hi, the name's Dwight.
Yeah.
You might have heard of me. Yeah.
And like if I watch somebody do a prank, I get uncomfortable to the point where I go, he's just fucking around with you. And it's like I ruin it immediately.
Yeah.
So I'd call and I'd be like, hey guys, is your I was wondering if your refrigerator is running. They'd be like, yeah, no, everything at the store is working fine. And I'd be like, that's great. I was just fucking with you. I'm really sorry. I know you guys are just like trying to do your job. Like that's immediately
I
what
had to
do.
take over that prank. Josh was like, I can't do this. And when he came back off of hold, I did the rest of it. I saved Josh from a car payment.
I was almost like, yeah, here's my social security number and here's my routing number to my bank account. Give him a
I like to pull fun bar pranks. I like to get blackout and do pranks like eating tampons.
Yeah, he did that in Dallas. Well, he was not eating it; he was playing it like a flute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you got. Where did you get that tampon from?
I went through what's her name's purse and then pulled her tampon out and started putting it in my mouth.
What's her name? Which is like I don't remember who it was. Which means
it was
a
your
stranger.
brother's ex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tessa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tessa.
I
That's crazy that you just went through my brother's girlfriend's purse. Like
First
to
of all,
be that drunk.
I was
You were really.
I
drunk.
was on one.
You were doing a bit where you were playing the tampon like a flute, and then you and Jack were laughing at it. There were some other aspects to that I'm gonna leave out, and then I went over and I played.
Can we see if Brandon can guess what the other aspects?
We'll
of that
do
were?
it off air, and then I played like a full 18 on the golden tee, and I came back and they were still doing it.
That's a good bit.
It just never got old for either of those retards.
I don't remember that at all.
You were out around. You were moving around.
Okay,
It was him and Jack sitting at the table, just like dying laughing at it.
Well, I mean, I'll never get over the Thanksgiving debacle of the Uganda poop hut.
Oh,
where
the
we
Doo
were-
Hut.
We were doing a riff.
That was crazy.
Matt was trying to get pussy so hard, and Josh
What?
and I.
I don't think I was.
I mean, you were. You
It was
weren't
just-
like.
no,
you weren't
those were-
like desperate looking.
No, those were like legitimately.
like your friends that you grew up with,
yeah,
right?
just people I grew
you
up
were
with.
trying to fuck. A couple of them were hot.
No, those are my like a couple of them were hot. Jack was trying to fuck one of them who I have no interest in, and the other ones are like in committed relation. Like, I mean, at this point it doesn't matter. It's all semantics. But I was just trying
We
to like
were
see my
ruining it.
I was just trying to see my friends who would like come to the show and like who I like grew up with.
and then Jeff and I were hammered.
You had just met them.
Yeah, we
too.
met him 20 minutes beforehand, and then Jeff and I started a riff about a Uganda man who built his house solely out of
Poop.
This is my house made of doo-doo.
They did it for like half.
This
an hour.
house is made of
was a
the
good
best doo-doo.
It was a
My
good time.
father contributed his doo-doo.
Can
to
you
this
guys
hut.
see now? Can you guys see now that we're both sober and removed
No,
from it that it
it's
wasn't like
so
the best
funny.
bit you've ever done?
So
Like,
funny, dude.
It was fun, but also
it took
it
4
was.
years of Chipotle
I
to
think
build
there
this
was-
house. And see, you're on that side. You're on the left. Yeah.
It was also just being there around strangers, and you were like in your hometown. You were with like people you hadn't seen in a while, and then your two newest dickhead friends are
Yeah.
just like poopy.
You guys were like poop, 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 poop. Jack is yacked out on fucking coke.
Jack was
Just like being a problem and making out with one of my friends in the
you were
bathroom.
uncomfortable. Josh and I were making each other laugh very hard, and Jack was like, "You gotta. This is a pilot."
Yeah.
Jack was on so much coke.
Jack
Like,
was-
dude, this is a show. This
Jack
is the
was
show.
destroyed. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that was.
This is
nuts.
my hut made of doo-doo.
After the tampon in the mouth, that was the most hungover I've ever been. I
Yeah.
had such
Seven
a
of my
You
wife's
guys were
built
also
this
pretty banged up the
exterior
next day because
room.
I think we drove back to.
Oh, that was the
Dal-
Bucky. That was the Bucky's trip that saved my life, dude.
Yeah,
We
you
were
guys
like,
were pretty banged
I was
up.
Yeah.
so drunk still at like 9 a.m. We were driving. I was like, I have to throw up. And then we went to Bucky's and I ate like
Bad.
8 chicken sandwiches at 9 a.m. And I was like, oh, I'm back in, baby.
dude. We stopped at 7-Eleven on our way back from Dallas, and I just had like the worst hungover diarrhea.
I
And
remember that.
The fucking bathroom to the 7-Eleven didn't lock, and it was busy as shit for some reason. So I'm having like I'm shitting, you know, in that like painful, because I had hot wings that night too.
Yeah.
I had like 20 beers and a dozen hot wings. I was going.
And those wings were
through it.
fucking hot.
They
too,
were
I
very
remember.
hot. I was going through it. And then I'm also like, it's one of those like hungover, painful shits where you're like, I'll start going back to church. I swear.
You start bargaining.
I'm just bargaining with the Lord. And then every couple of minutes, some guy would open up and I'd have to lunge off the toilet and be like, occupied. And then go back and be like, sorry about that. Anyways, Jesus, I know we don't talk enough, but
Yeah.
like, it was miserable.
Was
And
that
you-
was that the? This was at the place where I was just at. I just had to have breakfast with your mom by myself.
No, that one was
Oh, that one
crazy,
was also
though.
funny.
We've definitely talked about
Yeah,
that, but
we
that
have.
one was crazy.
That was
That
so
was
funny.
after Dallas.
I won't even
when
eat that
I
shit
had
anymore.
like I had friends of mine at the Dallas show And then I was just having two. Whoa.
It's a fly.
What type of operation are we running here, dude?
The hell?
The
fly.
Mothman. I've been watching Unsolved Mysteries a lot.
Dude, the Mothman Prophecies.
I don't know what that is. The Mothman. I'm not familiar.
There's like a bunch of rednecks in well, they're not rednecks. There's a bunch of dumbasses up in like Wisconsin area.
What's the difference?
Well, it's just not just a bunch of white people. It's like everybody's seen it.
Everybody's dumb.
Yeah, but there's this urban
You seen the
legend.
leprechaun say yeah?
Yeah!
Okay.
There's this yeah, there it is. It's a humanoid winged crypt. They think it's just a blue herring. It's what people are seeing at night. But like everybody's like, he was chasing me, and it was like, no, dude, you had an adrenaline dump at
And
11 p.m. when you
You
weren't
got chased
expecting
by
it.
a bird in
And
the
you
dark.
got chased by a bird, and you're like, it had glowing red eyes. It's like, no, dude. The scientists
Bro,
are like,
it's like a helicopter and could glide.
There's a
20
movie called The Mothman Prophecies that's very good.
my favorite urban legend is the Thunderbird. My dad swears on everything that he's seen.
Wasn't that a car?
It is a car,
Yeah.
but it's also supposedly like this huge bird that like went across America. And my dad is like, yeah, see that top left one? My dad fully
Your
believes
dad loves Native American
No,
shit.
the one over.
one over. My dad swears on everything that's like a real thing.
That's a fake.
That's a very fake,
Pterodactyl.
clearly fake bird. My dad has showed me this photo 4 or 5 times, being like, I saw it with my own eyes. Swelldale, Iowa,
Swelldale,
1984. He got
I
out of-
mean, I could see why if you thought you saw that, it would fuck you up. That would be pretty scary to see.
Yeah, my dad is convinced he saw that.
That's also just like straight up a pterodactyl. Like
Yeah, it's just a movie
That's
prop.
just a fake thing. Yeah,
That's
for
that's
sure.
the disconnect though, because this photo got leaked. I think that's an old photo from like the early 2000s. Like I think they put it on like the History Channel or something as like this is what it would have looked like thing. And my
Yeah.
dad just took it as like that's real.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's on the History Channel, but so is Ancient Aliens.
And the History Channel at some point just became a fucking goofball channel,
Yeah,
dude. They're
it
just
really
like
did.
they're like here's swamp people.
you know,
It's
you know
crazy.
what got me for a good while in my adult-ish life. Like I wasn't like a small child. Was Slender Man,
Yeah.
Mm.
which now that we've said it out loud and thought about it, that's when he comes around as the legend.
I'm lonely, dude.
My-
Come on by.
Is
Another one.
and then there were those girls. Do you remember that story of those girls who
Yeah.
like stabbed their friend to death?
in the woods.
In
Yeah.
the woods because they said that Slender Man told them to do it.
And they were like in 7th grade. They're just little sociopaths.
yeah.
That to me is like the scariest. Not
Yeah.
that story specifically, but anyone like that where it's like anytime you hear like 8th graders killing someone, it's like, yo, what is happening?
Dude, what about those kids
Eat
that were like
a whole sleeve of Oreos and play Halo 2.
yeah, why like the difference what about those kids who were like throwing bricks off of bridges and like murdered like 3 people in Michigan? Did you hear about
try
that?
like
What, you're like it's
kids
So
just
that's
weird.
the thing.
That's
How depending
crazy.
on how old you are, I could see you thinking that's funny and just throwing a brick off of a bridge, not at a human. Were they throwing it at humans or cars?
Yeah, they're like throwing them. They were like, yeah, 3 Michigan. They threw them at cars and killed like a family, and like it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Men are. It's just young kids being fucking idiots,
I
but
remem-
also like.
I remember one time I was downtown for a like car show for my dad, and we went to the top of this parking garage, me and my buddy, and I spit off of it to watch my spit. And there's like people down below, and he saw me do it from down there, and dude, I got my fucking
Yep.
ass beat, bro.
Yep.
But I didn't even think about like I'm not like trying to spit on people. I was just like
It's a
it'll
high
be cool
distance.
to watch my
Yeah.
spit fall off of
Did,
this.
did your dad ever have my dad, I don't know if this is just like a drunk dad thing, but my dad always would get drunk and be like, never take another man's spit or slap. He was always like, if you get slapped, you better
No.
fucking punch him in the face. And if you get spit on, you better punch him in the face.
I was
my
never-
stepdad gave us because some kids spit on my brother's pants, and the like spit got on my brother's pants, and my stepdad was like, I bought you those pants. Those like I work hard. I put clothes on your back. Don't let people spit on your pants. You'll get in trouble at school. You won't get in trouble here. And that was like, fuck it. That was basically my stepdad being like, fuck kids up. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
See,
yeah.
I was never
Yeah.
like told that. Ooh, excuse me. I don't remember my dad ever saying anything about it, but I think there's a thing ingrained in you. Like if I'm ever watching like a fight video and somebody spits in another person's face,
Oh, yeah.
dude, I mean, it lights me up
I
just
know.
watching it.
Yeah, it gets me
Or like
going.
if you get open hand slapped by another man, that's
Yeah.
I have to shoot you to death.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I'm
That's
gonna
yeah,
kill
that's
you with a gun.
yeah. If you open hand slap me, I'm coming back with a I'm coming back with a
Yeah,
crossbow.
I mean that's crazy. I would rather get punched in the face than slapped.
100%.
Are you gonna be cool with your kid fighting?
I hope my kid doesn't fight.
Yeah, but like
I'm gonna put. You know what I thought about this? I go. Well, he's not gonna play sports. Like, well, he's not gonna be good at freak out unless my son somehow. If I have a son, and he somehow comes out like 6'3", that's the only, and that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna put him in like wrestling.
You can be a good athlete without being 6'3".
Yeah, but you can't. You have to go somewhere. I want him to go somewhere. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna be a dad that's mean. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna go into wrestling from day one, and then you're gonna learn jujitsu when you're 4 years old, and I'm gonna live vicariously through you. You're gonna be a tough guy, because I'm not. That's what I'm gonna
You're
do.
already planning
I'm
to
already
do that.
planning.
Is
I'm
really
I'm
funny.
already gonna make him have cauliflower ear.
Just from when he's a kid, you're just like.
I'm gonna
"Yeah."
I'm gonna be the dad from that movie. What's the movie when they go and they fight? Tom Holland's a fighter, or Tom Hardy's a fighter in it.
Spider-Man.
Warrior. I'm gonna be the dad from Warrior.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I'm gonna be the dad from Warrior, where I'm gonna be drunk at his fights, being like, "You gotta get."
Oh, dude, I'm looking forward to being hammered at Little League games.
Yeah, I used to pregame to my friends. My friend had a 5-year-old daughter. We used to get hammered and go watch them play soccer.
They're
That
so
rocks.
bad.
I would get mad. I would get
Yeah,
too
dude,
into it, dude.
they're
I'd be like,
so
"She's
bad.
fucking
Bro.
doing she's sliding." That's
I got kicked out of my brother's like elementary school basketball game one time for like yelling at the ref and like getting mad.
I can see that.
Oh, like I got escorted out of the building by somebody who worked there, who my family like knows. He actually died. It was kind of tragic, but it was a Catholic school. We went to
We
Catholic
shouldn't have
schools,
called traveling.
and when he
Yes.
when he walked me out, I was fuck you, got whatever. And then he went, yeah, you're really being a good Catholic right now. And I said, I'm not even Catholic, so suck my dick. And I walked out. I'm like on Xanax. I'm just like on Xanax cursing people out at like a 6th grade basketball game. I also had history with these refs, dude. It's all the same refs, and they didn't like me
Yeah.
because I was that way while I played.
I don't think I'm gonna be like yell at the ref dad, but I think I'm gonna be yell at my own kid dad for sure.
You're gonna be taping his hands to a football, dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Just
Hold on to the
anytime-
fucking ball.
Like if I see my kid drop a pass and be like, "What the fuck?" Like I'm busy. I take my time out of my day to throw the ball with you, and you're dropping them out there. You've got my last name. You're
Tim-
making us look like fucking Dwight.
You're making us look like a bunch of Dwight faggots out on the field.
Dwight's out here, dude.
Tim McGraw in Friday Night Lights. Do you remember
Dude,
that?
Yeah,
He's-
that's like that and like the like Booby getting hurt
Oh.
are like the only 2 scenes I remember from that. 'Cause they're
I
so
remember.
intense.
Well, that was that. I wanted to do that one sketch where we did the football pump up locker room thing, where it was
Yeah.
like us with like that team in Florida, but then we couldn't find a fucking.
Oh, Brandon, can you pull up the video of the little kid who's like, "Guys, coach is right."
Yeah.
Dude, this is my favorite video. Like, "Guys, coach is right. If we want to win, it's on us." And all the kids are like, "Shut the fuck up."
Coach is right. If you want to win this, it's on us. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Like it's a Disney movie.
That's so
Guys,
funny.
coach is right.
God,
That's
dude.
that. God, I can't have that be my fucking.
It
son.
is hard to be
Coach
that
is
guy
right, son.
in sports. You've
Unless
got to
I'm
be
coach.
you've got to be the guy to be able to do some shit like that. But it's never the guy who wants to do that. Like it's always that kid.
Yes.
It's always the kid who refills the water bottles.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's always that guy
The
being like,
kid who's like
we gotta
halfway,
focus.
like a player / like a.
It's like your shoes aren't even tied. 'Cause you know you're not
Yeah.
going in the game. Like shut
The
the,
kid who
fuck
has
up.
his shoulder pads are way too big for him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a
It's-
neck roll
yeah.
when I was in 8th grade. I thought that was sick. I
Oh,
had a
that is
neck roll
sick.
because I played outside linebacker. I was like, I'm gonna get the neck
The
roll.
neck roll is.
Well, what was crazy is I was this height when I was in like 7th grade. So I was like, oh, I'm a big.
Mhm.
I was like big for like 7th grade. So I thought like, nice, I'm gonna dominate
Yeah.
sports. And then I just stayed the same. And everybody
got-
else got huge.
I got detention when I was in 7th grade. I played football, and then I got on disciplinary probation because I had bad grades, and they wouldn't let me play football until I got my grades back up. But I got detention once, and then detention was at the same time as football. So just I signed into detention, went to the bathroom, and then just went to football practice. And no one said anything. I just put pads on. I was like running routes. Like,
Do you remember? You remember when you'd get in trouble at school and the coaches would just haze the fucking shit out of you though? If you got like if you like missed a class, our coach would make us do hills. We had a hill, dude. Brandon, did you guys do stadiums or?
Yeah, stadium where you ran.
Yeah, the stadium stairs. We had a hill right next to our practice
we
field,
called them
which was
bleachers.
Yeah, bleachers.
Mhm.
We had a fucking a hill next to our practice field, which was just that was miserable. They would just be like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
wanna fucking dude, the stadium stairs."
Damn, that's it.
Ours was just one-sided to look like a horse track, so it's super steep. And
Oh,
extra
fuck.
long.
Damn.
Sat like 20,000 on
And
I
you'd
was
go
about
up
to
and down the whole every row. You'd run up and down, right?
I was about to complain about what we had to do, but that looks way worse. For basketball, we had to. This is how I hurt my back. We would run. There was this park by the school. It was probably like a mile away. So we'd run there. We'd run hills there. It was like the park that everybody went sledding at. Like the hill was so crazy. And we would run with other people on our back. And I was the second biggest person on the team. The biggest person was like 6'8", 250. And I would have to run with him on my back. And that's how I hurt my back. Which sucks. It's my entire life has changed because some coach doesn't know how to try. Like it's just some idiot who's to
be a hard ass.
He's just like trying to be like, well, how can I make this harder? It's like I don't need to carry somebody on my back.
High school coaches across sports are there to see like who actually wants to be here. Their whole thing is to be like, I want you to hate this sport.
They're so
you came
stupid.
into football liking football. I want to see if I can make you hate it.
Yeah,
like,
but that's
I love basketball. They're like, not what I'm.
It's crazy how stupid most high school coaches are, which is why they're high school coaches.
Yeah, they just want
to make $45,000 a year.
Yeah, and then they get to be around sports all the time.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm back in. I'm back in, dude. I get to yell at teenagers.
All right.
I get to watch them in the showers.
Chill.
Great episode of the Probably Wrong Pod.
Again, go over to Patreon, patreon.com/probablywrong. We have extra episodes every other week. That's 100, and we also have over 185 episodes from our last podcast.
There's 4,000 episodes.
There's 7,500. Also, remember, there's free stickers in the bottom, and we get your emails
link down there.
Goodbye.
Bye.